That's some good coffee.
Here's some that I found that was interesting. Now, when I saw that people were playing the Death Knight, because this has been a while, when I got max level, then the enchants and all that stuff, I did White Walker. That was my first enchant that I decided to do. For the, well, this was during the time when they had, now think about it, let me rephrase that. This was when this is when the enchants were stuck to the armor. That's the one that I specifically chose. I chose White Walker. And, it was fun, and I looked up videos to make White Walker better. And I liked playing White Walker. It was extremely fun. So yeah. And then, after that, I wanted to make, the other Death Knight specs, that being Unholy and Blood. And I don't know how to say this, but it wasn't that good with the other specs. Because for one, this was during a time when I couldn't have an undead pet. So yeah. And so I just decided to. I can't remember if I actually did do anything with the Unholy Death. I don't think I did yet. I think I tried doing it with first. Actually, no, I think I did do the Unholy Death Knight, but it was more so focused with like curses and all that stuff from the Warlock, class. So yeah, I tried doing that. Now for the Blood Death Knight, I can't remember what I did. I think I focused around rogues, which would make sense. And I focused around bleeds. At least that's what I think for the most part. However, I do know once when they, I know it's for one of the seasons or events that they were doing, to where they made it to where you get to when you got to have a undead pet. I hopped on board. I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna hop over. Now, also before I did that, I hopped over there, and when I hopped on, I saw that your builds randomized. I'm like, man, this is some BS. I'm not gonna play this. And so I went back to the free pick, and then when I saw other people do it, I started getting a little mad because I really wanted to. But then when I saw you had a greater chance on getting your abilities, once I saw you had a greater chance of getting your abilities that you want, I was like, alright, fine, I will give it a shot, see what happens, and I do not regret it because it was fun. It's fun. Getting your abilities randomized because it shows that there are some builds that you don't think of usually for the most part when you're doing free pick. And so yeah, it opened me up with some builds that I did. Especially now with Season 9, good gosh, you have a whole bunch of stuff that's just crazy, especially since all the enchants are broken up. Speaking of which, whoever came up with the idea of bringing up the enchants, thank you, first off, because it's fun, but it's also kind of hectic, not gonna lie. And yeah. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. I know it was during the time when when they had new enchants and all that stuff, and made it to where you got to have an undead pet. My goal was, now think about it, my only build that I specifically had was the Frost Death Knight. And then when I saw that they were doing the undead pets and all that stuff, that's when I decided to make the other two specs on there. My goal was to make the 3 specs in that season or event or whatever with the new enchants and stuff. And so what I decided to do is my first build I wanted to do, since I was familiar with it, was White Walker. And so I went after the White Walker build normally. maxed him out, did all that stuff. And then I wanted to focus on the other builds. And I looked at all the enchants, and one of them that stood out to me was Blood for the Blood God, because of how it sounded so Blood Death Knight. But then I saw that for the enchant to, well, during that time, I thought that you had to have daggers for it to work. And so I was like, man, I can't use that for the Blood Death Knight. So I went after, I think it was Unbound Deathbringer, which, to be honest, wasn't that good. And to be honest, I think it should have been it shouldn't have been a legendary, it should have been epic. At least was my opinion. I think it was one of the Deathbringers. It was Unbound Deathbringer or just regular Deathbringer. Can't remember. But I thought it should have been an epic enchant. And so with the Blood Death Knight, I wanted to make it to where he can be a tank and heal as best as possible, which I did recreate during this season, as well as what the other specs do. I wanted to make him to where he could heal and all that stuff. And I saw, this is kind of fun, I saw the Twilight enchant where if you have Vampiric Embrace, it can heal you like a vampire with bleeds. And I was like, bet, I'm gonna make it to where he can heal from bleeds.
What do you require?
Like well, first off, make it to where he can heal from bleeds.
Goodbye.
And also make it to where he can, hold on a second. Yeah, I'll choose that. Make it to where he can.
I haven't got all day.
Shoot, I sound like a broken record.
No.
Make it to where he can just heal and tank for the most part. And so, if memory serves right, my first idea was to... Here, let me show you. My first idea was to do Righteous Fury for the tank spec. Because, with my experience with the Frost Death Knight is, you just spells and rogue melee. So I decided to do rogue melee, and with that, Righteous Fury for the tank spec. And then I decided to make it to where he would just heal from rogue bleeds, as well as with occasional other bleeds. However, though, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't that good. And so I decided to just hold. I max leveled him up, didn't play him that much. And then my next focus was to for the Unholy. And what I did for that is they had this, shoot, what enchant was it? It was this enchant that was used for hunters mostly, to where your your hunter pet and rogue abilities is like a hunter rogue mix, to where your rogue abilities will help with your hunter, and it was mostly used for beasts. But something that I did see is that some of the passive abilities and some of the abilities worked with pets in general. So I'm like, okay, I would just ignore the beast part, your beast pet, or hunter pet, whatever it said, I can't remember. But it would affect only your hunter pet. But I would focus on the other stuff that would work for pets in general. Hence why it would work for the undead minion. And later on, they did make it to where it would only work for hunter pets, and I got real upset about that. So I max leveled them up, but they didn't fix it until I got them to max level, and not until the next season, I think. And so when I max leveled them up, had fun with that. It wasn't as strong, which is understandable, since it's mostly used for hunters. And so I could see why it didn't go so well. It was fun though playing it, because if memory serves right, I made it to where I had, of course, my ghoul pet. Actually, no, it was Abomination. And then when I saw that my ghoul pet could have this up, the disease cloud all the time, I decided to go after the ghoul again. And it was fun. Now the reason why I chose the oh my gosh, there we go. Jeez. Can't wait to get my other abilities on a higher level. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I should show you guys the abilities that I chose and the future builds I'm gonna get. Oh. One second, I'll talk to you guys later on since mailman's coming to my house and dogs will be barking soon. Oh, never mind. Oh, man left. Alright then. Anyway, back to what I was gonna show you guys here. I better get somewhere safe before my ghoul accidentally pulls someone. Anyway, here we go. Here are my abilities right now. I got Dominate Undead, Ren, Frost Armor, and Seal of Wisdom. You guys already saw that, but you guys didn't see the abilities I'm gonna get. I got Frost Nova for the Frost Death Knight. I got Flesh Hook, and the reason why I have Flesh Hook is so it can act like the Death Grip that the Death Knights have. I got Bone Spear because on how it does bleeding, and I did that more so for the Blood Death Knight. I got Devouring Plague for the Unholy Death Knight. Frostbolt, and here's the reason why, is for the Frost Death Knight, and I'm gonna pair that up with Maelstrom Weapon and Dark Winter. Gosh, as well as with Stay Frosty. I also got Shadow Word Gore for the bleed for the Blood Death Knight. Anyway, back to saying, I got the Unleashed Fury for the Unholy Death Knight for your pet. Mental Quickness for all Death Knights. Stay Frosty, which I already told you guys before, for the Frost Death Knight, as well as Maelstrom Weapon, as well as with Dark Winter for the Frost Death Knight. I got Accuracy for all Death Knights, Deathbringer and Unbound Deathbringer. I got that for shadow damage, and that's just for that's for all Death Knights for the most part. Because how I look at Death Knights is Death Knights, they focus. Well, hold on, let me rephrase that. Frost Death Knights focus on shadow damage and frost damage for the most part. More so frost damage, but if they have shadow damage, that's fine. Blood Death Knights, they more focus on shadow damage. However, though, I decided to make it to where they also do bleed damage since they are focused on blood, bone, and all of that stuff. Hence the reason why I got the Bone Toss, as well as with Shadow Word Gore. Now, Unholy Death Knights, me personally, on how I view them is, of course, shadow damage. That's with all Death Knights for the most part. Cheesh. Shadow damage. But I also decided to make it to where they do nature damage as well. Now, you think this is going to sound crazy, but the reason why I did that is because of diseases on here. And some of the diseases on here, let me show you. Diseases and plagues. Well, it's not plagues, but this right here, if memory serves right, yep, plague damage. There it is. Yep, plague damage. It's a combination of nature damage and shadow damage. Hence the reason why I did that for Unholy Death Knights, because Unholy Death Knights, they are more focused on undead minions and plagues and diseases. However, all Death Knights focus on plagues and diseases, but I more so focused that for the Unholy Death Knight. Now, I did not do Plague Swarm for the Unholy Death Knight, and the reason why is because I want Devouring Plague at low level, and also it can help heal you if you so desire. Although now that I think about it, I might want to switch it out. Now I'm really thinking about it. Screw it. I'll switch it out. It makes more sense. It makes more sense, let's be honest. It makes more sense. And also it's a rare. Is it a rare? Shoot. Yeah, it's a rare compared to a common. So hopefully I'll be able to get it down the road. But yeah, that's the talents right here. And this is the abilities I'm going to get in the future. Now, with this build, it's just supposed to be a Death Knight in general. So it's gonna be a combination between Frost Death Knight, Unholy Death Knight, and Blood Death Knight. So what I'm gonna be focusing on for the, geez, that was loud. For what I'm gonna be focusing on for the most part is, it's gonna be, hold on a second. Here I'm gonna go all the way up here real quick because I need to check something on my phone since something popped up. But yeah, I'm gonna. Oof, I'm getting a little hungry. I'm gonna have to get me some food since I didn't have any lunch or anything like that. That'll be in the future. Right now, I'm more so worried about you guys. Here, I gotta look at something real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Anyway, back to saying, what I'm gonna be focusing on for this guy, he's gonna be focused on bleeds, shadow damage, frost damage, nature damage to a certain extent. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for the most part. And they're killing that guy. Sweat. Oh wait, wrong guy that they targeted. Aw. Well, here, I'll just wait for a bit. Anyway, for the most part, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Just shadow damage first, frost damage, bleed damage, and of course nature damage, if it's put together with a disease. Or maybe in certain other cases. Maybe something like thorns, maybe I might do. Keyword might. And the reason why I'm thinking that is like, oh, it's like a disease cloud, maybe. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff on the spot. But, oh, what the heck? Oh. Okay. Here. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But, yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing for the most part. And I'm just going to be leveling this guy up until probably like level 10. Or until I die. Hopefully I don't die anytime soon. Because that would really suck. But yeah. Anything else I should talk about? Oh yeah, might as well talk about this. Oh yeah. Oh, one thing that I am going to come out with in the future, probably sometime today, as I'm hoping today, is the future video. One second, are you guys hearing me? Hello? Yeah, you guys. Jiminy Chris, I'm so paranoid about that. Sorry, guys. Eek.
I need to get through.
But I'm gonna have a video coming out sometime today. It's gonna probably be boring, kind of like my other videos that came out with so far. Heck, you guys might find this boring. I'm hoping not, at least. Ooh, shoot. Kill him, please. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Oh gosh, I saw I was getting below 50. I'm like, no! Oh gosh. Jeez, I almost already died, and I'm not even level 10 yet. Or above 10, what the heck? Oh gosh, no. I can already tell it's gonna end up terribly. Oh shoot, that reminds me of that one time. I tried doing hardcore before they had the whole challenge board stuff. I tried doing hardcore. I was at level 59, almost 60, almost 60. And here's the thing, I was over at the Eastern Plague Lands, and I almost, actually for that, I did die. I died because I was a horde, and I clicked on the Alliance Flight Master by accident. And I effing died. So, yeah. Not fun. Not fun. And I think I was like acting like this. I was like, my bar looked like this, and I was so freaking close to level up on my level 59, and I clicked on the wrong Flight Master. And to top it all off, the worst thing is that someone saw it happen And the person's like, and the person felt so bad for me. Oh my gosh. And I was,
Not enough rage.
oh my gosh. It just sucked. Oh my gosh. It was just terrible. Oh, I still remember that. Anyway, back to saying, I'm gonna post another video sometime today, at least hopefully today, of me with my questions to the Ascension team. Hopefully, someone. Well, I saw that someone viewed my video besides me, because I always look at my videos just to see how it is. And I'm not gonna lie, it's boring. My first, I have my first video talking about what my channel's about, and then my second video is me actually posting a video with some content. And it's questions to the Ascension team about the classless servers. And I saw that one person viewed it, and the last one saw it, no one else did, so I'm like, alright, I know that I'm probably doing something wrong. To be fair, that was my first video, so I'm bound to make mistakes since it's my first time. And yeah, it's just, I don't know how to, well, it's a work in progress, okay? It's a work in progress. We all are a work in progress. And right now, I'm a work in progress with my YouTube channel. And the next video that I'm going to post is questions for the Ascension team about Conquest of Azeroth. To be fair though, I might want to redo it. And the reason why for that is because of how it's very similar to the first part. Which is the reason why it's similar to the first part is because I made part 1, part 2, and part 3 all on the same day. So it's all monotone, not that much editing. So I might just redo it completely. Just so it's more entertaining for you guys. Hopefully it's more entertaining for you guys. And if you guys haven't seen the video, please go check it out. Even though it is boring, just skip it. Just skip to like maybe like 2 minutes until you see like part 1. Well, not for that. Until you see question 1, I should say, for this interesting. There are like 3 questions, and I just ramble on about it. I could mention the questions real quick on what it is. I think the first question, well, one of the questions was, how far, what's next after Wrath of the Lich King, since that's gonna be the next expansion that they're gonna do. And I don't know when they're gonna do it, but it's in the public test realm. So yeah. And then the next question was, if they aren't gonna go past future expansions, are they gonna do abilities and talents? And me personally, I hope that they do abilities and talents from future expansions, especially with the Death Knights, because they have some abilities and talents in Shadowlands that I really liked. Now I'm aware of they do have some overpowered abilities that I never got to do, so I can understand if they don't do those abilities. 100% justified with that. Gosh dang it. Why do I have a feeling that my undead minion is going to be the death of me in this challenge? Probably now that I think about it, because with his auto disease cloud. Yeah, there we go again. Here, I'm gonna just pull him over here. Good gosh. Anyway, back to what I was saying with my what was it saying? There we go. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, billion talents from future experiences. Yeah, I said that. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what the
What
third
would you
question
ask of
was.
death?
It probably was something important, or probably not. I honestly can't remember. It might not be that
What
important because I
now?
can't remember it. At least at this time, I can't remember it.
Our time
Gosh
will
dang it.
come.
Give me my reward!
Beware.
There we go, geez. Yeah. I can't remember what the third question was. It probably wasn't that important, let's be honest. If it can't be important, if you can't remember, it's probably not important. That or it's very important, and you should probably go figure it out.